watching Pan,
Mm-hmm.
you notice that her books seem to be changing slightly. While they're still doused in evil juice, you've noticed that she's picked up a couple of dragon books in her collection that she did not previously have, or pull out at the very least. It seems like her collection on books seems to be adjusting itself magically. And it's something you would deduce pretty quickly based on her readings.
Seems like a positive to me.
Well, I mean, it's not like, like the dragon. It's like, for instance, one of the gods that revealed themselves, Kiliax, the super duper evil god. It's a book on him.
Well, I mean, he's not as bad as some of the stuff in the Far Realm for like reality.
That's true. I mean, he abstained, so you guys don't know really what he's up to anymore. So you don't know. You don't have tabs on him, and you can't research him. But based on the book that she's reading, as you're like peering over her shoulder relentlessly, it seems like he is pretty active, at the very least.
Yeah, I'm just like sitting by her, and I, since we got back on the ship, pretty much just totally zoned out, stopped talking to anyone or paying attention to anything but her and like occasionally the surroundings, and just writing in my book.
Perfect. Otherwise, it's uneventful. The rest goes by without really anything other than anything you guys create for fun to entertain yourselves while waiting around.
I'd most likely end up shooting a couple of smithies out of cannons.
Oh yeah, I was saying like you'd make the raft swim out really far and then shoot at them.
Like a big basketball hoop.
Yep.
All right, now link up and make a big circle. Boom. To the left. Recalibrate. Boom. Swish.
But with the day passing uneventfully, it's moving towards the afternoon, which really doesn't matter to you guys as you guys begin heading south again. As you guys kind of restocked on everything when you're back to the ship, I'm just going to go ahead and reveal the rest of this part of the map because you guys are essentially going to be able to see all of it at some point anyways from your travel down here. Pan is still saying that she senses something kind of in this general direction. So it's a southeast direction on the other side of that mountain range, most likely. As you guys travel, again, the weather is very static wherever you're at. But as soon as you begin traveling in a direction, it changes. So it's almost like the weather patterns are tied to a specific location rather than a season, if you will. Because by the time you guys get to, I'm just going to draw a freehand line really quick just to kind of give you a general idea. When you get to about that general area, it becomes winter. Like it is a very gradual travel, but it becomes winter.
It's not Minecraft.
No. All of a sudden... Yep, exactly.
It's like, there's like guys torrential snow.
Yeah.
Four patches of snow, and then suddenly it's all snow.
Yep.
An ice waterfall next to the desert.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Rock has just a giant grin and feels right at home. He is just super happy to be in cold weather again.
No animals.
Well, outside of the no animals, like, this weather is perfect.
The starlings aren't pleased.
It could just be the wind, but you swear you hear a mammoth, like, whatever the hell they do, whatever you want to call that, neigh.
Trumpeting?
Yeah, trumpet, there we go. You swear you hear it, Rock. It might just be the wind playing a trick on you with your desires and hopes, but you swear you hear a mammoth trumpet.
Can you call it?
I mean, I can attempt to, but...
Jeff!
I mean, blow your horn.
Well, that summons mammoths here.
Oh, I thought it was like kind of a horn of, hey, you, come over here.
It used to be.
Well, Rock has his hopes up. Maybe Dragon Blight didn't affect the whole island.
Maybe the winter is kind of where it cuts off. The winter
After about a half hour of walking, that is exactly what you realize. The winter area seems to be unaffected from the dragon blight, the plague.
Nice.
As a snow rabbit comes bounding over a hill at some point and then sees you guys and runs away.
Hey, look at that. Look at that, Rock. You got a little critter. Got a critter.
And then after you guys passed a small hill, you see a whole herd of mammoths.
Holy shit.
Rock looks like he's about to cry.
We got some big critters. We got a whole bunch of big critters.
Yeah, it seems like after this hill that you've kind of crested over, wildlife seems to be fucking everywhere. Like, the one thing that is kind of odd, there's really no predators. It's pretty much all just passive animals that are milling about.
Herbivore island.
Something along that line. Like, that you don't really see anything that you'd quantify as an actual predator. There are, omnivores and stuff, but none that are, hunting other rabbits or something like that. They're just, there's enough, shrubbery and berries that they're just kind of munching on them.
So
yeah, Rock's super happy.
Like, about 10 minutes after we see these first animals, kind of will finally notice that they exist. Super zoned out right now.
She runs into a mammoth. She's like, "Oh, hey, there's animals here."
It's like, oh, animals.
Gotta watch out for that. Oh, there's a mammoth there.
Just pet the mammoth.
Standing on top of one of them, like.
Yep. You like walked off a ledge and
yep, exactly.
There must be no plague here. That's curious.
No, we've been discussing that for the last 10 minutes. Where have you been?
I was thinking.
Oh.
Something.
Since when does it take you that long?
I was thinking about many things. I apologize. Solus usually prods me out of such deep wells of thought.
Ah. Well, you can get him now, can't you?
Yes, let us see. I'm going to action to bring Solus back.
Yeah, he pops right out and dashes off into the snow.
Ah, good.
Like, wee!
Welcome back from my friend.
What was her name again? Ari or something?
I'll let you.
What's that?
Solus chucks his snowball at you.
Oh.
It's so boring back at the tower.
Yeah, he's like, you know how boring that place is?
Just sitting.
Everyone's working all the time.
Well, I mean, it's in the Feywild, so it's not really working.
Yeah, I know, but like the only people he sees is you.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So he knows if you're back in the Feywild, it's boring time.
Mm-hmm.
God, I can't remember the girl's name now.
Pam. Something. It's up
Pan,
above.
Okay, Pan. Yeah.
Oh, that little girl. Yeah.
Yeah. I thought it was Ari.
No, other crazy girl.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Different.
So I guess I ask Pan if she feels any different in this zone now that the blight isn't here.
No, why would I? By the way, she's like wearing like her tiny little robes, and she does not seem to be cold at all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, she's a normal child.
Well, just because of the dragon characteristics, I figured maybe she could feel something.
I do. So will fly over and I'll say, Pan, I want you to meet someone. This is my friend Solus. He's
a dragon.
Solus to be like, I am the eldest of the fairy dragons.
I think you're one of the oldest left alive, even though there's only like a handful. So technically you are, yeah. Good job.
There are many left. All of my people in the Feywild.
What is this Feywild you speak of?
It is a wonderful place full of candy and trees and grass and
You just
flowers.
said it was boring.
Well, I mean, one can only have so much wonder.
I suppose. You got me.
And he will offer her some candy.
Oh.
Yeah. So for like the next 70 hours of walking, she's just eating candy constantly.
Yeah. Oh no, yeah, he'll keep you. I mean, he has like a stockpile of candy that I assume is pretty much infinite.
Yeah, I just imagine he has like a miniature bag of holding that's just candy.
Yeah. Well, that's what like most of my bag of holding is filled with.
Gotta lure
Like
those
my
children
stuff
away.
and then just everything candy.
Yeah, it's just like a shit ton of like saltwater taffy, like wrapped up.
It's like Fey candy, so it's probably like addictive or something.
Yeah, it's
Like heroin of
it has
candy.
like cocaine. Like it's not like pop rock. It's pop crack.
Yep.
Crack rocks.
Rock is gonna, in the middle of this walk, Rock's gonna stop and say, Pan, I've gotta show you something real quick. I totally forgot. There's an old custom among my tribe. Watch this. And
Face.
he's like, huh?
Just punches her in the face.
Oh my
No.
god.
No, he does like a reverse belly flop, flops on his back and makes a snow angel, and shows
Oh.
her how to make a snow angel.
Interesting. Okay, so I haven't done this yet because it hasn't gotten to this point, but go ahead, Justin, and give Rock 1 divine rank.
For making a snow angel.
Yeah, you made
It's actually extremely important. So she makes a snow angel, and you see a form of a very demonic creature as she lays in the snow. Like, this form is massive. It's about 30 feet tall. Like, as she lays down, I would assume Kenna would be the first to notice this.
Yeah.
Does it like
But then very quickly Jacobs would too.
Does it depress the snow?
Yes.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
As she like lays down, like, so she does like a jump and then she like lays down, you know, like the same kind of thing. Like this huge imprint just goes in the snow.
God, that's like the best visual ever.
And she goes unconscious.
Very interesting.
She goes unconscious. Oh no!
She goes back into her sleep.
Rock,
Oh,
what the fuck did you do?
What kind of custom is this?
I will add making snow angels to my list of magical anomaly tests.
Okay, I'm gonna go upstairs and say goodnight to my kid. You guys can keep talking now.
I reiterate, Rock, what the fuck did you do?
She laid down. You mentioned angels.
I didn't do anything.
You
Freaking totally random with that.
turned her into a fucking demon.
I imagine she was like that.
Yeah, well, he brought it out.
I wonder why, though.
Because he said, oh, come make an angel with me, little demon girl. And then the demon inside was like, fuck that.
That does seem like the most logical conclusion. That she has some sort of aversion to angelic beings, which honestly I don't blame her that much. They're a little stuck up and pretentious.
I haven't met any.
Really?
I mean, I don't
remember-
recall.
I remember the one we fought and I broke his sword.
Was I there for that?
No.
I drink a lot. I don't know.
You met Garen, I think, but he's one of the better ones.
I think that name does sound familiar. Well, anyway, what do we do to get her out of this? Do we let her just sleep and Rock and carry her?
Could try something, maybe.
Should we do something? We should do something.
Honestly, I feel like we just don't have enough information about what she does to...
Kind of seems like she does whatever the hell she wants, and damn the rest of us.
I really don't know what happened. I just thought it was a really cool, like, hey, I'm gonna show her a human of my tribe's traditions. First snow of the year, you gotta make a snow angel, man.
Rock, that looks like the biggest, buffest, shortest snow angel I've ever seen. Like it's just a big pile of muscle in the snow. That's not even an angel. You can't even call that an angel.
Alright, well, I guess I'll pick Pan up and try to carry her.
Does she weigh like a 30-foot tall demon does, I wonder?
I mean, I don't think that would matter too
I mean,
much
she
to
didn't
Rock.
used to.
No, but I mean now that it's like apparent, because like otherwise, I mean, I suppose there hasn't really been any other things like snow that would indicate that there's this giant being like that is her?
No. I mean,
Yo.
we were like interacting with her physically, so
Mm-hmm.
it can't be entirely material.
No, it just manifested for that second or for that thing.
Just standing around her, talking about how it could possibly have happened.
I pretty much blamed Rock for the most part, but then Kenna
Some
talked
demonic possession.
Kenna talked
There's
me
been
over.
no indication she's been demonically possessed this whole time until now.
Mhm.
But yeah, so what I assume happened there was Rock and Jacobs are probably like, "Whoa, that was crazy," but Kenna would definitely immediately notice the form.
And point it out.
More importantly, the form moves.
Is
What do you
it
mean?
tangible?
It is not tangible in a sense of like you could touch it, but like
Is
you
it
see
still-
like it raise an arm and the snow kind of swishes with it.
Is it still moving? Like after she went unconscious?
Yes.
All right, this is fucking crazy.
Um,
What do you call a priest?
But
no clarity.
try
Do I have a priest on my boat?
speaking in abyssal. Hello there,
No response.
infernal. Hello there.
No response of any kind in any language.
Okay.
I'm assuming Kenna will go through all 100 of them that she knows.
The likely ones.
The ones that would make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna speak gnome.
Within about a minute, Kenna would definitely realize that this form is not here. There's definitely some kind of life essence pushing on her consciousness.
Okay,
It's almost more of like a psychic link than it would be.
She falls asleep and something else wakes up. Another place.
as Kenna was running through the languages, Jacobs would be shoveling snow on top of it to try and get a view of it.
That's actually really clever,
Yeah,
but it doesn't
nice.
actually do anything. But
Ah!
that is really smart. Like really, really smart.
Damn it.
How about celestial? If I start saying like holy things in celestial, like naming the like greatest angels in Celestia, and like
everything that.
yeah, like power of Christ compels you, that bullshit.
No, it doesn't seem like you can affect what it's doing. Same with with Jacobs throwing snow on it. It doesn't seem like it's here physically in any way. So you guys trying to interact with it, it doesn't work. It's almost like you're seeing an impression of something else.
Almost like a one-way dimensional mirror.
Kind of, yeah. It almost looks like you're looking into like a pool of water, and you see a reflection, but the reflection doesn't see you, and you can't interact with the reflection.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Then I assume she doesn't like respond to being trying to like wake her up.
Oh, just like before, she's unmovable. She's completely just.
Oh,
like,
she's like intangible again.
Yep.
Okay.
So is this what happened last time she was intangible? This
Although we didn't see the
creature?
creature, but that's probably because there was no snow to see the impression.
Right. So what triggered it last time?
She said she was tired and laid down.
Did she say she was tired anytime recently?
Nope, she's made no indication.
All right.
Has she ever laid down other than those 2 points?
No.
That's why.
Like even when she's on the boat and stuff, she just like sits up and reads and stuff.
It's
she doesn't
only when she lays down.
So she lays down and falls asleep, and I do that with quotes, and this thing wakes up.
Didn't she say she had dreams last time about something?
Oh
Yeah,
shit. So she dreams of this? Or
Wasn't it the desert on fire? And like tons of corpses or skeletons?
Yep, that's one of her dreams.
I wonder if
isn't that kind of happening right now?
she's like controlling some kind of giant monster in her dreams and like slaughtering large amounts of people
Oh man.
just because it's like a dream.
Right. So
Well, that's
She's the Tarrasque.
fascinating.
she's the Tarrasque. Oh, that's awful. Trask is way bigger than this thing, but that would still suck.
I wonder if we can follow the thread some. go to where it is.
I would have to leave that to the magic people because I ain't got a clue.
You mean person?
Yeah.
That would
Pierce is
100%
gone.
be a very powerful psionic thing.
Can I try, like, I don't know, scrying on it through her, like using her as a focus?
I would definitely say Kenna would give it her all and all the tests you could think of, and I wouldn't even make you waste any spell slots or anything. And nothing she can come up with, like other than needing a powerful scion, potentially. That's about the only thing you could think of.
Mental connection.
So
Yeah.
if this demon is rampaging and killing things when she's asleep, is it on the material plane? Like, is it here? Is there a way we could, like, right now, if it's out and about smashing and destroying, is there a way we could just figure it, like, you know, track it? Like, hey, something just woke up and started stomping around.
Maybe if someone was the god of destruction.
Okay.
Yeah. So
such things.
the current problem that you guys have, we haven't gotten into this discussion yet, is because you guys are lesser deities. Your level of planetary knowledge is actually quite limited.
Okay.
So the way it works is once you bump up to intermediate deity, you begin becoming aware of a lot more things.
Okay.
So at intermediate deity, as the god of the sea, you will automatically know where all ships are.
Oh my god. Oh my
Yep.
me.
Yeah, like that's just kind of like the level. But like currently, because you're just your lesser deity, you're basically just a super powerful creature.
Okay.
For all practical purposes. Once you hit intermediate is when you become really kind of kicking boots.
Oh, just real quick before I forget, did you watch that video link I sent you about like the gods and stuff? That pretty much is guy was talking all about the Io or whatever your name is for your god.
No, you sent me a link. Where at?
I think on just Discord, like a message just between you and me, because like there's a guy that goes into all the lore and like it's like everything that you're talking about is all like spot on. Like
fucking Christ, people who's stealing my ideas. Every time. No, actually I don't. I'll have to take a look at that. You said you sent it to me in a direct message.
I think so. I'll do it again later. But okay, keep going.
Oh yeah, I see it here. No, I did not look. Damn.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool video.
Okay, yeah, I'll have to watch it. Yeah, I mean, my general theme for this entire game has been poured from several different ideas. So
yeah, cool. And like
as a history major and someone that studied many pantheons.
Mythology.
Yep.
Like, I can't remember what's the name of the big bad that gave us godhood.
Eos.
Okay, so yeah, there's a god named like Io or whatever.
Yep,
that is Eos basically. Yeah,
that's a very similar term that's used through several different mythologies. That's some version of that.
Okay.
Ios, Eos, depending on the religion, there's several similar beings.
Yep. And yeah, the one in D&D is pretty much like almost exact to Eos. Oh, cool.
Yeah,
so
that's partially where I based him off of. Because if you guys remember, I was a huge like D&D 3.0, 3.5 nerd.
Okay.
And that's where I really shined when I played iHad.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay, so while Pan sleeps, I'm going to recruit Solus's help, and we are going to make a 20-foot tall Solus snowman.
Yes.
Ah, perfect.
As it should be. That would probably be kind of difficult because he's very delicate.
Yeah, but you also have a mage here that can do group.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know if I have any good snowman craftsman spells ready.
You have prestidigitation, don't you?
Yeah.
You can just use that to like mold snow.
Yeah, I guess I can also like conjure like support
a
structures.
Bucket of ice.
Yeah.
Okay. So it takes her a few hours to wake up.
Solus snow sculpture.
The Starleaks try to help. Oh no.
Nah, they don't help.
I know.
They just stand around.
Yep.
Think
There's
about
later.
things.
A couple hours passes and she wakes up. When she wakes up, she's really pumped about the snow angel, and she looks and sees that it's like the angel is all destroyed and big and weird looking, and she's like, I think I did it wrong, sir. Mr. Rock, I think I did it wrong. She
No,
points
it
back
was
at the
perfect.
She's like, that's perfect. Okay.
Did you have any more dreams?
Yes, I always dream. Whenever I
What did you
sleep.
dream about this time?
Well, I don't remember all of it, but there was this really tall guy that was talking to me and telling me things. And then there was this another really big guy that told him that he was unhappy and that things needed to change. And then I saw a door open. But I don't remember the door or
Can
what
you
was in it.
describe these people?
No, it was really dark.
General tone or demeanor?
One of them kind of talks like you. He uses big words and is very sure when he says things. The other guy seems really angry. Really angry. Like really, really angry. I don't think I've ever seen anyone that angry. He had his head kind of glowed a little bit.
His head glowed.
I don't know how to say it. Like if you took like a lantern, but put it inside your head.
His eyes? Was it
Yeah,
either
like
of
that.
them skeletal?
His eyes. Well, like I said, I couldn't really see his face, but his eyes and his like mouth kind of glowed. And she like draws like in the snow, essentially a jack-o'-lantern.
Okay. Does that ring any bells for...
Oh my god! Like, well, I mean,
I know.
to begin with, I mean, like, there's like the headless horseman, like the hollowed horseman tale.
Yeah.
Like, there's the hollowed knight, which is essentially Halloween in this world. There is like the mythological being Holonoxine that's based off of. Essentially, like the whole point of Halloween in this world is to appease this being, so that way he doesn't kill everyone.
Yeah. Classic.
Yeah. I mean, you could think of 100 different myths that it could potentially be.
Anybody related to Zaladin or Leviticus that I can think of?
I mean, you'd really have to pull out some like really tiny strings to try and make something work. If Kenna like sat down and thought about it for a couple hours, she could definitely pull something out.
Okay. Well,
Like-
I'll do that unless someone stops, which I'm sure you guys will.
Yeah, probably. I'm excited to see more wildlife, dude.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll just conclude not enough information right now, and
Like there,
things that I to think
yeah,
about.
I mean, there's definitely like if we're talking powerful creatures, you can definitely think of a handful, but nothing where you have enough solid information on that you could just point to.
No conclusions, just information.
No, yeah.
That's fair.
So continuing on your journey, once you get into the mountainside, this is actually where things become kind of impressive. The actual mountain range is just covered in animals. Everything from mountain goats to full-on mammoths to polar bears that are just wandering around. It's every kind of wintry animal you could think of, and they seem to be kind of getting along without any care in the world. And there's two separate times while passing over the mountains that you swear you're being watched from above. Like you all kind of pause and look up at the same time. Nothing there. And including Pan, she looks up too. What's that?
Or is there?
There is, but you don't see it unless you want to do something magical that I'm unsure of.
I'll have Solus fly up there and look around.
Does he have true sight?
No,
Yeah, he sees nothing.
at least I don't think he does. No, I would definitely know if he had. He has dark vision.
Like, if he has true sight, just put him on a stick and carry him around. Like,
Why haven't you told me this, Solus?
he's had it this whole time, and he's been keeping it a secret for like 2,000 years.
Ever since he was born.
He gained it. Like, it's gotten too awkward where he can't tell you now. 'Cause he's like, oh, it's been too long.
Yep.
But no, so multiple times you feel like you're being watched or were being watched, and nothing kind of comes of it. But as you guys kind of get down on the final steps of the mountain ridge. Sorry, I just keep burping and I can't. Oh, shouldn't drink energy drinks. Makes it difficult to talk without burping. As you get to the final steps of the mountain pass kind of area that you guys are walking through, you see this massive... I don't want to call it a mountain because it's not technically a mountain or anything. It's a mountain-like structure. It's a single tall hill that's kind of pointy near the top. Almost like if you took like an actual mountain and like kind of miniaturized it to be like a more decorative piece. It's still several hundred feet tall, several hundred feet wide, but you guys would easily recognize it as a dragon's lair without any doubt whatsoever. More so, you guys see a dragon standing in front of it.
What's up, bro?
Hey, bro. Give me just 2 seconds.
Nice pad you got here.
Yeah, I'm just gonna see here. Let's see here. I'm gonna go ahead and share this. Boop.
White?
Yes.
Oh.
This is one of the gods that revealed themselves. Shinra the White Dragon, god of the sky and light. Now, the two things to note is that the white scales that it has only has that opacity when it chooses to. Otherwise, it's virtually invisible. So when you felt like you were being watched, it's because a massive-ass dragon was flying overhead. You just couldn't see it. And it's not any form of invisibility or anything, it's just simply translucent. And as you guys are walking down the pass, he greets you and he says, "Welcome, Ken of Starborn, Dread Pirate Jacobs, and Rockwald the Invincible." And if you guys don't stop him, he'll go on and read all of your titles, because he's a dragon and that's what they do.
Sure.
So while you guys are walking, it makes sense because you guys are a long ways away and it'll take you the whole time to get there.
Once he's done, I'll return the favor.
Yes, he definitely appreciates that. It's been a long time since I've conversed with one of our customs. I must admit I am surprised to see you here, though. What brings you to our realm?
We came seeking knowledge and found desolation. We
Yes, that would be
were
the
looking
dragon.
to assist and get to the bottom of this as best we can.
I must admit I'm a bit disappointed. I was hoping that you were actually sent by one of those that may have reached the mainland.
As far as I'm aware, none know of this occurrence in the mainland. The distance between the two continents is... there's planar barriers. It's complicated.
So that's what he meant. Well, come into my lair and let's talk more personally. I don't like being out in the open during general conversation. He transforms himself into a extremely beautiful owl bear
So,
and
Nice.
waddles off into his cave.
Wow.
like, while Justin thinks that's awesome, Rock is like put off. Owlbears are magic creatures, and Rock's not okay with them.
Well, it really sure. What's that true?
What did you say, Ben?
It depends on your definition of natural.
I mean, they are supernatural, which has the word natural in it.
Exactly. That's Kenna's argument.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm sure we've had that discussion many times.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
So as he waddles into the antechamber, so the first room, it is just layered with owls, snow owls. There's thousands of them. This is a really big chamber, and like it's just nothing but owls and seating everywhere.
So,
Um,
like owls.
yes, they are wonderful eyes in the sky. But we have much to discuss. If you're here, it's good. We can finally get something done about this. So it looks a bit ridiculous, but he kind of pulls on. He reaches kind of behind an area where there's like a bunch of like owls, and he pulls out a big backpack and straps it on. And he says, he kind of like wanders over to you. He says, "This seems ridiculous, I know, but there's a purpose behind it." He continues walking. He leads you guys down another hallway. You walk for about 15 minutes while he discusses kind of what's been going on. And the very short gist of it is, he kind of fled south as soon as shit started going sideways. Because while he was a Dragon Court elder, he was also become a god. Which effectively means he has bigger things to worry about than just the dragons. So while he wanted to preserve anything of the dragon kind, he knew that he would be unable to, and focus properly on the divine stuff that's going on. So what he decided to do is to basically flee south to a secret cave, which is this big-ass mountain, and basically create a magical barrier to protect the woodland creatures from this plague. He says that unfortunately, his barrier did not protect the dragons that were here, but it seemed to make him mostly unaffected. He has been affected slightly by the dragon plague, but not to anywhere near the same extent as like Tia was, for instance. As you guys get into this, like, kind of, it's a splitting pathway, because the hallway you've been going down is about 30 feet wide. It splits off into like 6 different hallways, and he kind of walks down the one on the far left, and it comes to a big metal door, and he just kind of walks up and opens it, not really thinking about it. And you see that there's just a whole nest of bugbears, or owl bears. And he just kind of walks in, and he just like starts talking to them. I'm pretty sure, I think they speak Sylvan, so anyone that speaks Sylvan would be able to understand. Yeah. And it's pretty much just like, hey, these are my friends, please don't eat them. We're just passing through. And then he drops the backpack, which just has a whole bunch of fish and stuff in it. As he tips it over, he just kind of dumps it all out, and they just kind of flock over the fish. And as you guys walk through, he leads you to another metal door, which he opens up and kind of pushes you guys through first, and then he closes it behind you. And then he shape changes into a kind of generic-looking human, just kind of an older gentleman. He would look almost like a like what you'd think like an old sea captain would kind of look like. He has kind of like, would have like light brown hair, graying though, so it's mostly white. Same with his beard. Nothing too special, just kind of generic. He says, hold on a second, I'm just trying to listen what's going on upstairs. My kid should be sleeping and I hear screaming.
Uh-oh. That's never a good sign.
I'm just going to ignore it for a second. And then, so he says, kind of in a very like blunt manner, he says, while they are mangy creatures, the owl bears are quite good at guarding. Most of them are shape-changed druids. But they refuse to leave that form, so here we are.
Interesting.
Yes, I just don't mention it to them.
And they just eat fish like animals?
Yes, they refuse to leave that form. They will only eat fish. It's tiresome, even for a dragon.
I've heard of
What's
some
that?
druids. I have heard of some druids who find they prefer to live as animals.
Yes, and these ones they like to complain a lot. So I built them a room to guard. And here they stay. But moving on from that, you realize now that you're actually in probably one of the more grand chambers. Behind the door that you guys actually went through is a massive throne room of sorts. There's a big ice throne, tons of like beautiful jewelry made out of like crystals and diamonds and everything kind of white and clear, all kind of around this big chamber. It's kind of big circular chamber. It says, I have been doing research on this dragon plague ever since it began to take effect. When the stranger showed up, we decided that it was time to investigate what he was trying to do. The members of the Dragon Corps were foolish to think that, and he kind of stops for a second.
Saladin.
Is that with you?
Hmm?
And his eyes narrow very intently on Pan. Who are you?
This is Pan. She is likely some sort of conduit for a dark power. We have yet to figure out the extent of her capabilities or purpose.
When you say Pan, did you give her that name?
No, I believe she's always had it.
Please wait here. I must retrieve a book from
Do you
my
know something of her?
Potentially. I have a book in my room, in my chambers.
It's a book that I do not have.
It is a book that I penned myself, so no, you do not have it.
Oh, I would
And
very
if
much
you do,
like
I have other questions for you. No, let me go to my chambers and I'll be back in a minute. As he walks down, his footsteps are heavy. He's rushing, but trying not to run.
Did he have a bunch of research and stuff around?
Oh yeah, if you look around, so this is a big throne room. There's a whole bunch of, like I said, the beautiful decorations, but there's also several laboratory areas set up over here. This is a really big room, several hundred feet wide.
I'm gonna immediately start poking through his stuff. I'm not gonna touch any of it, but I'm gonna look at all of it.
Oh yeah, I mean he's been doing tons of blood work stuff and basically anything that you would try and track down a disease on, any kind of pathogen, he'd be focusing on it. He is definitely a nerd.
Does he have little mini owls in cages like lab rats?
Oh yeah, he has tons of stuff. He even has miniature owl bears and stuff, kind of all.
Oh man,
Cage
this guy seems like a fun person to talk to.
He doesn't come back. After about 10 minutes of him not coming back, I'm assuming one of you guys would be like, so.
Yeah, I'd be like,
we should probably go find him.
do you think it's...
I want to read his book.
What do you think this bodes ill for...
Miss Kenna. I don't sense the dragon anymore.
Did he run away?
You teleport?
I think he just ran away.
I think so. Do you think it has to do with...
Or maybe he, got murdered?
Oh, let's go look.
I think he fled in terror because of Pan, honestly.
Oh, let's hope that that's the case.
Alright, yeah, let's
I mean,
go.
he's dead. I feel like we would notice if he died because he's a god.
Yes, because you get that feeling pretty much immediately as you start walking towards him. As you begin walking down the kind of the tunnel he went through, it's a very short tunnel. It just kind of S-curves several times, and you end up in this area. Would you please give me a marching order?
Rock 100% in front.
Go ahead and move yourself to wherever you...
It's kind of however you feel safest. We can
sandwich. At what point do we feel the bad thing?
Right here. This is precisely where you feel it.
Solus will be with Pan, babysitting her.
And I'd be babysitting Kenna.
Okay. So I'm going to move you all down over here because I can. If you guys would want to adjust yourself, probably more something like this, I guess, would be the...
Yeah, that works.
All right, let's reveal some stuff because this is important. Actually, I'm just gonna... Gonna reveal it all because you guys have eyes. You see a gigantic corpse
Aww.
as the essence is being drained away into a white owl with piercing bluish green eyes.
What the fuck is this?
What the
And
flying fuck?
standing next to the corpse, pretty much like a bodyguard staring at you guys, is this very, very creepy figure, which I'm going to share with Kenna now because Kenna will know him. Because how do I do this
Is
with
it Jack O. Lantern?
ha ha ha? That'd have been a good name to use, but no. How the hell do you individually mark? Oh yeah, you go into it and you edit, then you click who's eternal.
Fuck. So this thing, so this dragon, this god is actually dead because it's this lair.
Yep.
This fucking
And
owl was sucking him up.
you hear within this is just over a course of a very few seconds. Like you guys don't even get a chance to react. The owl kind of turns towards you guys as the essence kind of finishes flowing within him, and then the dragon poofs out of existence. And you hear the owl say, "Finish them quickly. We don't have much time." And the owl teleports away.
Fuck is this owl?
Can you? Damn. Fuck.
However, in front of you is a dreadful-looking fellow. I'll throw a... See if I can do this. Nope, that just puts up another token. How do I do the picture? Only... Actually, I suppose I can just make this.
It sucks.
Well, fuck that guy.
Yeah. He takes a very quick step forward. So the first thing I want... What's that?
Can take Shinro's book. The owl didn't take. Hopefully.
So in the northern part of the chamber where it just kind of loops up like that, that's where it's like bedding and stuff is, and like he just has like some like personal books and journals up there.
Read his diary.
Oh yeah, that's basically what it is. So this being stands before you and he moves forward, several feet. The speed at which he moves is impressive, and he just kind of looks. Looks pretty much similar to the picture where he has the big staff, and there's like these small bat-like creatures that are kind of fluttering around him, and they kind of fly away as he kind of like lunges forward towards you guys. He says, "It's time for you to die." So roll initiative.
Okay.
So there is two things that I want to pause for really quickly. We'll do initiative obviously here, so go ahead and roll initiatives. That is first, and then we're gonna do a brief pause.
Did you share the thing with me?
It should be in your journal.
I don't see it. What section is it in? There's a lot of pictures here.
I don't know. It just says.
Oh, okay. No, I found it. NPCs and monsters.
I will give you a better thing in a second. I'll actually update your thing.
Are we pausing for a second though?
Yes, as soon as initiative is rolled.
Yeah, I put mine in the chat. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick.
Yep, go ahead and do that kind of stuff because now's a good time for that.
Alright, be back in a minute.
Okay. You still there, Mike?
Mm-hmm.
What'd you get?
Oh, sorry, for initiative?
Yeah.
Yeah, 29.
Okay.
Or wait, sorry, is that... No, yeah, 29.
Interesting. Jacobs does not go first.
Huh.
I mean, I don't want to say that was a bad roll, but I feel like it's not your highest, seeing as the past few have been in the 30s.
Yep. It was a 10 on the die.
Yeah, so you're like...
It was right in the middle.
I'm back.
So Ben, a little bit more important piece is I updated your NPCs for the God game
Yeah.
with his entry, and I do want you to take a quick brief look over it because it's very important.
Absolutely will.
And I'm gonna do a pause mostly because I want you guys to have a true reaction to this because I hope Kenna reacts. Just that way it's very clear. Let's see here if I can get some spookily dookily music going. I should have bolded some stuff for this specific combat just so you could look at specific things, but I think you're a DM of some renown that can look at it and see what.
Yeah, I can speed read it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okie dokie.
Just 1 second.
Do what?
Just 1 second here.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
So I'm hoping Kenna reacts properly.
I'm oh.
So I'm going to go ahead and say you have 1 round to react as a not surprise round, so no attacks against him, but pure reaction, because Kenna would recognize him immediately. And I would say like that first second is like her deciding how to possibly react. So
Okay.
Can you guys hear the music at all?
No.
I cannot.
I was gonna say I think my headset's too good and filters out the music.
Oh.
So let's see. I don't have good music on. Roll 20 here because their music selection isn't great.
You can upload your own.
Yeah, but like then I have to actually get the file, and I usually just YouTube things for music.
Mm. Well, I mean, you can YouTube and then download off of YouTube. That's how I get all my music.
I'll see if it actually works. Well, Ben's thinking.
Yeah. Send you the
Just
link.
kind of absorbing our fate.
Yep.
Um,
How do you download off YouTube? Because I don't see it now.
No, you have to. you have to do a third-party link.
Oh yeah, I'm just not gonna worry about that then right now.
Oh well, I mean, yeah, I give you the one I use.
By the way, so like as he's running for you after he's like, it's your time to die, he just laughs maniacally, like very stereotypical Halloweeny laughter.
Hmm. Oh, whoops. I'm on Justin's. I was checking out our God talk. earlier.
I've skimmed through this. If there's any like really important bits that I'm missing,
So
you
no.
you
Nope.
could.
The important thing I want to note about is like the.
Oh yeah, you can just highlight the things.
Yeah.
you-
So this right here.
Yeah.
Let's see. Like, can you see me highlighting it?
Mhm.
You probably wouldn't believe necessarily this part yet.
Okay. Yeah, that's not something that we want to count on.
Yeah, that's something that like that's just part of Halloween
Myth.
tradition. Yeah. That's why I specifically wrote myth.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else, just the general is kind of what I want you to see.
Yeah, I mean,
The
and
this
Yeah.
right.
yeah. Okay.
And then there is the things of like his spells are not a joke. So
Yeah. No.
this guy here is one that. Yep. And this guy here. So yeah. So did you send me something, Mike?
Oh, it's just in the main chat.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm my Discord and everything's all over the place. So
Yeah, I bet it's the link to. So you can grab a video off YouTube, grab the link, the share link, throw that in there, and then you can just rip the audio and download the audio only. So it's real handy.
that is really cool. Okay,
That's how me and Ben use Roll20 music.
Yep.
that makes sense now. So I need to save this.
But
Kind
yeah,
of annoying because you have to go through a couple things, but
I mean, that's okay.
yeah,
lots of pop-ups
Like,
though.
you can get good music. Okay, so yeah. Like Kenna's reaction to this. Like surprise and genuine fear, which
Oh,
I mean, she's
really?
like fairly okay with. I mean, we're immortal. She knows that dying is an inconvenience more than anything. Like even against really powerful things. But yeah, no, this is. We do not want to do this. We should run.
Really?
Yes.
Well, I'll
I
take your
I
word
need
on
that book though.
How hard is it
Is
to?
it something we could hold off for a round or two while you?
I can
the book?
get the book.
Well, let's try. Yeah.
Where is
Alright.
the book? Point it.
It's on the other side of the room.
So I will. So it's actually the book would be just for the sake of. It's somewhere up here.
Up.
So up there.
Yep, that's his bedchamber area over there. You don't know exactly which one it is. There's a handful of books over there, so theoretically grab them all, kind of thing.
Yeah. Grab them all if you can.
Yep. So, to what I would consider pile on with Kenna's reaction, how does Jacobs and or Rock respond to Kenna's?
Oh, with like definite concern and fear then, because
I trust Kenna's judgment.
Yeah.
I've known her for 10,000 years. I know her judgment.
And I just
So,
know how powerful these two are. So if she's saying run,
We absolutely cannot beat this.
yeah.